Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel and to my kitchen. This is another requested recipe. You guys are asking me how to make kingfish, slice kingfish in your kitchen. I'm going to show you the way I saw my mother cooking kingfish in my kitchen, the slice up one. I'm going to show you guys how it's done. It is fast, it's easy, it's simple, and of course tasty. So come on and let's get started.
Jamaican, here comes a rude boy Jamaican.
Okay guys, let's talk about the kingfish that I'm going to be using for this recipe. Alright, now I'm buying my kingfish in the fish market, and I had them slice it up really thin. Now I'm gonna want my kingfish sliced up thick. I want this to have a nice little slice to it, so that way when I'm cooking it, the juices from all my seasoning go right in through to the meat, down to the bone. So have them slice it really thin as they could slice it for you in the fish market. If you're going to buy it otherwise, make sure that it's sliced thin as well. Make sure you wash your fish thoroughly with lemon juice and vinegar. Wash it nice and clean. Just let it sit into that vinegar and lemon juice for a few minutes before you wash it off. But make sure you wash it off nice and clean. And then after you wash it, you want to make sure that you get a clean paper towel or a nice tablecloth, clean tablecloth, and rest your fish on top of that. And let that water dry off, because I don't want it to splash water all over the place. All over the place when I fry this thing. So that is how you do it. And under so far is a little bit of black pepper and a little bit of salt. That is all you're going to put on your fish to get your fish started. Now let's talk about our spices that we are going to be putting on here. Now I have some butter in here, and that is a tablespoon of butter or margarine. You're going to need some parsley. If you have fresh parsley, use it. I have dried parsley, so that's what I'm going to use. Some tomatoes, of course. That is a canned tomato. Fresh tomato, of course, you have it. Garlic. A little bit of pimento seed. You're going to need that, or allspice if you have allspice. Now, to taste it up, I'm going to add some salt. Half a teaspoon of salt. A teaspoon of Jamaican all-purpose seasoning. And a half a teaspoon of black pepper. That is what I'm going to use to spice it. Now, let's talk about other spices we're going to put on this thing to make it even more flavorful. I'm going to add my scallion and thyme, my Jamaican pepper, and scotch bonnet pepper, right? Now I'm going to add my red pepper, yellow pepper, and green peppers to it, and some onion. I slice it like this. I don't want to chop it up, I want it sliced up like that. Now to top off the dish, I'm going to get it started with my EVO. And of course, I'm going to be using my vinegar, because you know Julian will cook without our vinegar. I'm going to use the apple cider vinegar to do this. Now, if you don't have apple cider vinegar, go ahead and use your plain vinegar. So come on and let's get started. Okay guys, we're moving on to the very first step. I have my oil in my pot, and make sure that your oil is nice and hot, because if you put fish into cold oil, your fish is going to stick. So make sure your oil is nice and hot. So you go ahead and you put your fish in.
DJ Latin Flow, live in the mix.
And so you want to make sure now that all the fish is in, you want to make sure you get a nice golden brown color on both sides. And then so when I come back, I'm going to show you the color that you need to have your fish, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay guys, so that is your color that you want your fish to have. A nice golden brown on both sides. As you can see, just like that. Nice golden brown, not black golden brown enough. Nice golden brown. So we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to remove these. And then we'll move on to our next step. Okay guys, we are moving on to the next step. Now, the same pot where you fry the oil in, inside of this pot has a lot of flavor. All the flavor and the juices from your fish is inside of that pot. Now, the first thing I want to do is add my garlic. Then my thyme goes in. Next thing I'm going to do is add my scallion. And all of my peppers them going now. Along with my onion and my pepper. Pimento seeds, tomatoes. Now I'm gonna add a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and you could use white vinegar. Now guys, you want to make sure that your thing is seasoned up really good. So I'm going to add my salt, my Jamaican all-purpose seasoning, and my black pepper to that. Okay, I'm going to give this 5 minutes, and then I will come back and I will finish up this dish. So okay guys, it's been 5 minutes since my seasoning been cooking. We don't want to cook no more than 5 minutes because I don't want it softy. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this into a container. Okay guys, so I'm moving on to the very last step before this thing hit a plate. Now I'm going to go ahead with that same pot that I removed the seasoning from. Tons of flavor in that. So I go back in and put my fish back into that pot. Now the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and just put my vegetables on top of that fish. And spread it out evenly. Now guys, this is the time when you want to know how spicy you want to have your fish. That pepper right there, you can give it a little cut to add more flavor, more spice to it. But me afraid of pepper, so I'm not going to even attempt that. Next thing I'm going to do is add my butter or margarine right on top of that. And guys, you want to make sure that your fire is turned down to low to medium because you want this thing to steam now. Then I'm going to add some parsley on top of that. And like I said before, if you have fresh parsley, you can use that as well. Then you want to go ahead and add some water around the pot. I'm putting about a half a cup of water in there. Don't put it directly on the fish, put it around the perimeter of the pot. Alright guys, so that is what my fish looks like so far. I'm going to go ahead and throw a cover on top of that. Cover it up, low to medium heat, and make this thing steam nice and juicy. And when I come back, we're gonna have fish ready. See you back. Okay guys, so my fish is finished right there. That is how I make sliced kingfish in my kitchen. Fast, easy, and simple. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on a plate. I'm gonna eat some rice and peas with this today. Maybe a little bit of mac and cheese. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put all the recipes, anything I'm going to put in on the plate with this fish, I'm going to put all the links below so you can know how to make them. Alright, so I'll see you back on the plate. Okay guys, it's all done. Kingfish, sliced kingfish in my kitchen is all done. I'm having it with some mac and cheese, a little bit of rice and peas, and that's about it right there. Okay. Like, thumbs up, share. Let me know what you like to see me cooking next in my kitchen. And as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy!
DJ Latin Flow, live in the mix.
I'm going to let this cook for a good 30 minutes on medium heat. Cover it up nice and make it simmer. And when it's done simmer, it's time for we eat. So, see you back in a few minutes.
So this is in with your foundation, full coverage, like bam. And last but not least, the last thing I tend to go for in my makeup collection is this palette right here. Let me show you what this baby looks like. It has a whole bunch of concealers. I believe it's $10 for this palette.